Hello. Welcome to the ButHerFly Boudoir. I am Madame ButHerFly, and this is Talk That Talk, where we talk about what's going on social media. Baby, all right. Sheree Whitfield and Bob Whitfield. All right, so they were both on an episode of Ayanla Fix My Life. Now, I don't normally watch Iyanla. It's normally regular everyday people on her show, but every now and then she does have celebrity guests on there. And I was just scrolling through YouTube and I happened to see the full episode of Charade and Bob on there. So I was like, oh, okay. I know Sheree from the Housewives of Atlanta. She's one of the women on the show that I like. So I was like, all right, let me take a look at this because their relationship kind of played out on the Housewives. So I was like, all right, let me take a look and see what's going on. So if you have watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta, then you know who Sheree Whitfield is. Now, to me, she was always one of the prettier women on the show. She worked out a lot, so her body was always in great shape. I liked Sheree. I thought she was sassy, and she just had that attitude, and so I really did like Sheree. Now, there are two moments on the show that stand out for me. I think the first moment was, I think it happened during the first season. Let me see if y'all can guess it just by this hand gesture that I'm gonna do. Y'all know what I'm doing? Let me do it this way. You see what I'm doing? What am I doing? I'm pulling, right? Y'all. So there was a scene with Sheree, Kim, and Nene. So I don't exactly remember what happened or what caused the argument between Sheree and Kim, but something was going on with them two. And I remember they were leaving. They were coming out of some place. So they were outside, and the next thing you know, they arguing or whatever. Next thing you know, Sheree goes and gives Kim's wig a tug like this, a little yank. You know what I'm saying? Kim was like, bitch. I was like, wait a minute. Baby, I thought Sheree was going on, and if you gonna do it, then do it. Don't half-ass it, but I was ready. But listen, if you watch Kim and her spinoff show, I think it was called Don't Be Tardy for the Party. I think that's what it was called. She would not let you see her without her wig. Not at all. And there's a lot of people who are like that. They want you to see them without their wigs. But like, if Sheree would have pulled that thing off, baby, I would have loved to have seen Kim's hair. I think in her show, she had said something. I don't know if she had some sort of illness, and so she didn't have a lot of hair or something. I don't know, but baby. But I feel like even if Sheree would have pulled it all the way off, I feel like we still wouldn't have seen it. Because I feel like Bravo would have cut it out. It never would have made it to the air. Kim would have had a conversation with Andy. She would have got her way and we would have never seen it. But baby, that was like, I was like, oh, Sheree. Listen. So then the second moment that I was just like, is when Sheree started, I don't want to say dating, but she was talking or went out on a few dates with this guy, Dr. Love. I believe that's what his name was, Dr. Love. They got into it. Oh, no. It wasn't Dr. Love. It was some other man. She was in a meeting, I think it was. It was something. And she was like, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Like that was it. Who gonna check me, boo? And that became like a thing. I think she even made a song called "Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo?" That's just my version of it. But I do think she made a song about that. I think she made some shirts too. Because when people say certain sayings and they become popular and people start to say them a lot, they hashtag it, you know, celebrities will capitalize on that and they'll start making merch with that particular saying. And so I think that's what Sheree did with Who Gon' Check Me Boo. I swear she made some shirts or something. But baby, so those are my two favorite moments on the show. I didn't really watch the Housewives that much, and definitely not the newest season that's on now, the previous season. Like, I just haven't been watching it. But I do remember those two moments. But anyway, so on the Housewives, Sheree did talk about her ex-husband, Bob Whitfield. And she kind of painted him out to be like this deadbeat dad who never would come see the kids, never paid child support. And, you know, Sheree was just, you know, this struggling mother, you know, having to take care of her kids on her own. And, you know, it just didn't make it look good for Bob. And with him not being on the show, you know, we only have Sheree's point of it, you know, and 9 times out of 10, we're always going to really go with, you know, the woman's side and, you know, feel bad for her, especially if you're a mother, you're going, you know, you're really going to like take her side. Now, there was a time where Bob was on the show. I do remember they had a moment where they were trying to see if they could get back together and work it out. And I remember Bob was always like cracking jokes. And that was one of the things that Sheree didn't like. She thought he was always being goofy and silly and wasn't really being serious. He wasn't serious enough for her. So, but that didn't work out. It didn't work out. So now they are on Ayanla Fix My Life. And they're on there to work on their co-parenting. So I have to say, after watching this episode, I have a newfound respect for Bob. I really do. I feel like Sheree made him seem like this just horrible person, and I'm not taking up for Bob, you know, because he is a father. Those are his kids. Those are his responsibilities, no matter what him and the mother are going through. But I look at him differently now in a good way. Now, when the show started, Iyanla spoke with Sheree first and just kind of got the backstory on how they met, and I don't remember exactly how they met, but it was more like, I don't want to say a one night stand, but it was just like an off and on thing. It was just a hookup. They were just doing like casual hookups. They weren't really in a relationship. And Sheree ended up getting pregnant. And so Bob basically just married her because she got pregnant. And that happens a lot, you know. Couples get married, men will marry women simply because the woman is pregnant. And, you know, they feel like, you know, I can't have a baby out of wedlock. We got to get married. And so that's what happened with them two. So they really didn't know each other before they got married. It was really just because Sheree got pregnant. So Sheree was saying how she saw Bob as, she wanted him to be this loving husband. She wanted the family, the dog, the white picket fence. That's the life that she wanted, and that's not the life that she got. She said when they came back from their honeymoon, which I believe was in the Grand Cayman or something like that, he slept out. Like, they got back from their honeymoon and he spent the night out. I'm like, what? How the hell? We just got married, just got back from our honeymoon, and your ass gonna spend the night out somewhere? What the hell? What the hell? Like, I'm not married, but I hear people say all the time, like, the honeymoon phase, the honeymoon stage, you know, is at least for a year after you get married. You know, that's with lovey-dovey and all that stuff. And their relationship started going downhill as soon as they got home from the honeymoon. And so Iyanla asked her, well, what made you stay in a relationship with a man that you just married and he spent the night out after your honeymoon? And Charade was like, I thought he would change. I thought I could change him. And a lot of women feel that way. We feel like we could change a man. We feel like there's something different about us. There's something different about us than the other girls that he dated in the past. And will be able to make him change. We're just special. There's something about us that's gonna make him change and do right. We feel that, and I have to say that we feel that way. We feel like we could change a man, but you can't. You cannot change a man. You cannot make a man love you if he don't love you. And when Bob was talking to Iyanla, he even said that. He said he did not love Sheree when they got married. They just got married because she got pregnant. So Iyanla took Charade to see Chateau Charade. Baby, I swear this house is in the same stage that we seen it on the Housewives of Atlanta. Like the house, like the structure is built, but it's still like the construction paper. Literally, the construction paper is still on the house. The whole house is covered in construction paper. And I'm like, this has been like 4 years in the making, and the house still ain't done yet. Chateau Charade needs to Chateau shut down. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, Charade is saying, I built this house for my kids. This is for my kids. And Iyanla was like, no, this is not for your kids. This is for you. This is what you want. And Iyanla was telling Charade that she felt like Charade was holding in some bitterness, some anger towards Bob, and she had this wall up. And Charade kept saying, no, that's not the case. I just feel bad for my kids because they don't have a father. I completely understand that, and I agree with her. I do believe that she feels sad for her kids that their father wasn't in their life. But I also agree with Iyanla. I feel like she has bitterness built up for Bob. She has anger built up for Bob, but she's got this wall up. And I feel like Sheree didn't open up like Bob did. I felt like Bob really opened up. When Bob was talking to Iyanla, he admitted that Sheree was just a hookup. He admitted that he didn't love her. He admitted that they just got married because she got pregnant. Now, he did say, he wanted her to come to his games. He wanted her to be his cheerleader, So I think like after they got married, he tried to love her. He tried to see where they could go because, like I said, they didn't know each other before they got married. And since she, never came to his games, he said she came to his games, but she was always late. And he didn't like that, and he just said over time, he ended up not liking her. He does not like her. And he admitted his faults. He admitted that no matter what him and Sheree went through, it was his responsibility to stay in his kids' life. He admitted that. He admitted that. And I like the example that Iyanla gave him when they were in the Georgia Dome. And she was like, your son's at a 10-yard line. What would you tell him? And he was like, I would tell him, come on, I got your back. I'll always be here for you. This, that, and the third. And so I really felt like Bob opened up. I really felt like that. And Bob feels like Sheree was just always money hungry and always about self. And I feel like Sheree, she was about money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I don't know if she ever really truly loved Bob or if it was just for the money. Like, they just got into this relationship for the wrong reasons. I don't think neither one of them loved each other when they got married. They just got married because of the baby, and then they were just hoping that they could learn to love each other. They were hoping that they could get to know each other and have a blossoming relationship, and it didn't happen. And I felt like Sheree was trying to make herself look like, the strong Black woman who was there for her kids, supporting her kids, had to raise them on her own, and had this deadbeat dad in their lives. And I felt like she wasn't letting her wall down and admitting that she was hurt, that she, was sad that their relationship, not, the kids in the father's relationship, but their relationship, her and Bob, husband and wife. I feel like she didn't want to admit that it hurt her that their relationship didn't work out. You know, I felt like she had this anger and this animosity built up, and she has every right to have all of those feelings, but I feel like she needed to let them out. I feel like towards the end, when they were all sitting in the room together, I feel like she didn't let that anger out. I feel like I could just feel it building up in her chest, and I was wanting her to release it, and you could kind of see her getting amped up when she was talking to Bob, you know, and he was getting amped up too, you know, and I'm like, I just wish Sheree would have really opened up. I think Bob got more out of the experience than Sheree did. I mean, they did agree at the end to work on their co-parenting, but at the end, when the show provided an update, they said, I think it had said something like Sheree and Bob still don't have a relationship. They still don't get along. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't remember if they said anything regarding Bob and the kids. I do remember seeing they said they reached out to Sheree and she didn't provide an update. But I mean, I do feel like Bob was in the wrong. You know, no matter what the father and the mother go through, those are still your kids. Now, there are some women out there, some mothers who will keep the kids from the dad. No matter how much the dad is trying to be in the kids' life, there are women out there who will be spiteful because the relationship didn't work, and they will keep the kids from the father. Now, I don't think that was Sheree. I don't think she was keeping the kids from him, but Bob, I think he feels like he tried, but he didn't try hard enough. He didn't do as much as he could. And I think he even said that to Iyanla, that he didn't do not nearly as much as he could. And so he was absolutely in the wrong for that, because he has a son and a daughter. And I can't say one needs their father more than the other, because as a man, as a boy, a mom can't teach a boy the things that a father can teach them. You know what I'm saying? I have a son. I have a son and a daughter. And I can nurture my son and protect my son and raise him, but I can't teach him the things that a man can teach him. You know what I'm saying? I can teach him to be respectful and to be respectful to women and how to treat a woman, but there's just certain things that his father has to be able to teach him and show him. And then the little girl, we all know what can happen to a little girl when she don't have her father in her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she grows up and, you know, she may turn to older men. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that father figure back in her life because her father wasn't in her life. And, you know, a girl can just go down the wrong road. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't say one child needed the father more than the other. Both children, girl and boy, both needed Bob in their life. So I really hope that, you know, Bob steps up to the plate, because I do think the kids are now, I think the kids are now in their late teens, if I'm not mistaken. But it's not too late. It's not too late for Bob to get in their lives. Now, Bob and Sheree, I don't know if they can co-parent. I mean, like I said, the kids I think are in their teens now, so Bob can really just communicate with the kids. He ain't got to go through Sheree. I mean, I think Sheree said that the son has a cell phone, and so Bob can just go directly to his son, just call him on his phone. You know what I'm saying? To an extent, to an degree, Bob and Sheree still need to have contact because they have kids together. But as far as like spending time and making plans, you know, I think he can reach out to his kids himself. Like, hey, y'all want to do this? And they say, okay, Dad, yeah. Then he can reach out to Sheree and make sure Sheree don't have any plans. Because she did say that Bob would try to make plans with them or not like clear with her first, because she would have plans with the kids too or something like that. So they just really need to get on the same accord so they can co-parent. You know what I'm saying? their relationship as husband and wife didn't work out, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean they can't have a great co-parenting relationship. So I really hope that they can work on that. I really did enjoy this episode of Iyanla. Like I said, I don't normally watch Iyanla, but since I know of Sheree and, you know, I kind of knew a little bit of her and Bob's relationship from the Housewives, I was like, all right, let me check this out. So I'm glad I did, because I really did enjoy the show. I don't know what's going on with Charade. Are we still waiting on She by Charade? She said spring, summer, and I think that was spring, summer of 2012. I'm not really sure. I ain't been on Charade's IG in quite some time, so I don't know what's going on with She by Charade, Chateau Charade, I don't know. But baby, Charade is a beautiful woman. Hopefully, like, she does something with fitness, because she does work out and keep her body in great shape. Charade looks very, very good. Bob, I don't know what's going on with Bob. He doesn't play football anymore, so I don't know what he's doing. But I just hope that his relationship with the kids are growing, and, you know, one day him and Sheree can come together as a family unit. But I don't know. Alright, y'all, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free to do so down below. Let me know if y'all watched this episode, and let me know what y'all think. And if you are not a fly girl yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. You guys can also follow me and add me on Instagram and Snapchat at Madame_ButHerFly. Alright guys, until the next time, please remember, stay focused, stay laughing, stay yourself, stay fly.